Please welcome today's guest, Mr. Yoshikawa.
はい。はい。
Morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out. A small but select group, which is how we like it. In case you missed it, we have an election coming up on July the 21st. It's an upper house election. The FCCJ, of course, always invites all the political parties in the run-up to an election. We've invited all 7 political parties this time. We're currently in negotiation with some, and some have declined. This will be the first election since the lower house poll in the autumn of 2017. There are several issues, but the one for our speaker today, I suppose, is whether his party can hang on to the seats it has. Hajime Yoshikawa is the Secretary General of the Social Democratic Party of Japan. They have 4 seats at present in both houses. They used to be the biggest opposition party in Japan, so that's quite a decline. They support a platform based on social welfare to help people receive medical care and nursing care. They support a program for pensions and other social welfare issues. The outcome of the election, of course, is barely in doubt. The LDP is supposed to win, but that doesn't change the fact that it is a crucial election. The Asahi newspaper called it a vote on curbing the Abe government, which will have huge implications for the fate of the nation's democracy. The Social Democrats have teamed up with the other 4 main opposition parties with a platform, a 13-point agenda, which opposes many of the things that the LDP stand for, including any amendment to Article 9, repealing security legislation passed by the Abe government 4 years ago, phasing out nuclear power, and aborting the planned consumption tax hike to 10% in the autumn. So lots to talk about with today's speaker. He is going to talk for about 20 minutes or so about his party's platform, and then we will open it up to questions and answers. Just a little bit about his background. He was economics major at Kobe University before joining the old Japan Socialist Party, the forerunner of the Social Democratic Party of Japan. He's a former policy aide. He took office in 2012. Can you give him your attention, please? Can you also make sure that your mobile phones are switched off so that we don't get disturbed in the middle of the press conference? Yoshikawa Sensei, お願いします。
社会民主党幹事長で衆議院議員の吉川はじめです。
I'm Hajime Yoshikawa, Secretary General for the Social Democratic Party as well as a member of the lower house.
本日はお招きいただきありがとうございま
I'm
す。
truly grateful for this invitation.
少し司会の方からも紹介されたんですが、改めて自己紹介をしたいと思いま
And
す。
Mr. Nick McNeil was kind enough to introduce me, but I would like to introduce myself to some extent as well.
1966年生まれ、香川県出身の52歳です。
Born in 1966, I'm 52, from Kagawa Prefecture.
社民党全国連合の職員、衆議院議員の政策秘書などを務め、2012年の衆議院選挙で初当選し、現在3期目です。
I was a member staff of the Socialist Party National Coalition, also a policy aide for a lower house parliamentarian, run for office in the lower house in 2012, and took office, and this is my third term.
社民党の前身は日本社会党です。
The Social Democratic Party's forerunner is the Japan Socialist Party.
自民党、社会党先駆けによる3党連立政権の最中、1996年に社民党へと党名変更しました。
During the time when there was a three-party coalition administration by the LDP, the JSP, the Socialist Party, and Sakigake, the Socialist Party changed its name to the Social Democratic Party in 1996.
初代党首は現在でもアジア外交の指針となっている戦後50年の村山談話を内外に発信した村山富一元総理。
The very first party leader of the Social Democratic Party was the former Prime Minister Tomiichi Murayama, who communicated the Murayama statement both in and outside of Japan to mark the 50th anniversary since the end of the Second World War, and that statement has later, and that is still now a guideline for Asian diplomacy.
そして2代目党首は4年前にお亡くなりになる直前まで憲法の大切さを固くなに訴えてきた土井孝子元衆議院議長です。
The second party leader who passed away 4 years ago, and until the very last minute, she was steadfastly asserting the importance of the Constitution, and that person was the chair of the lower house, Speaker of the lower house as well, Ms. Takako Doi.
日本社会党の伝統を引き継ぎ、村山土井という日本の政治に大きな足跡を残してきた2人の先輩の努力の上に、現在の社民党が存在します。
Based on the tradition of the Japan Socialist Party, Mr. Murayama and Ms. Doi have left their significant marks in Japanese politics, and on their shoulders, the current Social Democratic Party stands.
社会民主主義政党の国際組織、社会主義インターナショナルの加盟政党でもあります。
The SDP is also a member of the Socialist International, which is an international organization of similar ideologies.
さて、今回の参議院選挙、暮らしと憲法を守ることを最重要課題として訴えています。
For the coming upper house elections, the SDP is appealing as a top priority issue the protection of livelihoods and the Constitution.
安倍政権の6年半、企業の利益や内部留保は過去最高を記録をしています。
During 6.5 years of the Abe administration, corporate profits and retained earnings have marked historical highs.
一方、国民には景気回復の実感はほとんどありません。
On the other hand, the public do not feel that the economy has recovered in a true sense.
安倍政権になって、景気が良くなったという人が約 8% に過ぎない、こういう世論調査の結果がそれを象徴しています。
The fact that, according to public polls, only about 8% of the respondents felt that with the Abe administration, the economy has recovered.
企業利益を最優先にするのではなく、暮らしを守り、生活にゆとりを実感できるような政策への転換が大切だと考えております。
In our view, first of all, what is important is not to prioritize corporate profits, but to protect livelihoods and to give people a better sense of a better life, and policies must switch or change accordingly.
そしてもう一つは憲法です。
The other major point is the Constitution.
安倍総理は自衛隊権論に終止符を打つと述べています。
The Prime Minister Abe has stated that there will be an end to the argument, debate over the unconstitutionality of the self-defense force.
しかし4年前、安保関連法、私どもは戦争法と呼んでおりますが、この時にそれまで憲法違反とされてきた自衛隊の集団的自衛権の行使について、180度解釈を変え容認をしてしまいました。
However, during the debate over security-related legislations 4 years ago, and we call this the war legislations, at that time, what was considered unconstitutional already, that is the right to use collective self-defense by the self-defense force, that interpretation was changed 180 degrees and was approved in the end.
国際紛争の解決の手段としての武力行使を永久に放棄をするとした憲法9条に米国との武力の行使の一体化を念頭に置いた自衛隊の規定を盛り込むこと、これは大きな矛盾です。
We have, first of all, Article 9 of the Constitution, which is about abandoning perennially the right to use force as a means of resolving international conflicts. But the fact that was combined with the concept of use of force with the United States is a great contradiction in our minds.
前進の社会党も含めて結党以来護憲政党として今必要なことは憲法を変えることではなく平和憲法の理念を暮らしや外交政治に生かしていくことだと訴えています。
Ever since the party was established from the beginning as the Japan Socialist Party, we have always been a party to protect, defend the Constitution. What we feel is required now is not to amend the Constitution, but to make use of or utilize the principles of peace, Constitution in our daily lives, diplomacy, and politics.
次にいくつかの重要課題についてお話しさせていた
I
だ
would
きま
like
す。
to address several major policy issues.
まず経済政策についてで
First,
す。
we go to the economy.
直近の四半期 GDP を見ても国内需要は明らかに縮小傾向です。
Looking at the quarterly GDP in the recent period, it is clear that domestic demand is on a downslide.
この折に消費税率を 10% に引き上げることは景気に冷や水をかけるだけです。
In other words, raising the consumption tax to 10% would only worsen the effect on the economy.
ましてや消費増税は社会保障の維持安定のためという約束でした。
Moreover, increase of the consumption tax was premised on a promise to maintain and stabilize the social security system.
ところがその後に進んだ負担増、給付削減という社会保障の切り捨てによって消費増税の根拠は喪失をしています。
However, since then, social security has been undermined due to increased costs and lower or reduced benefits, and therefore grounds for increasing the consumption tax have been lost.
10% への消費税率の引き上げは中止すべきです。
Increase of consumption tax to 10% must be abandoned as an effort.
安倍政権の経済政策は企業が儲かればやがて賃金が上がり雇用も安定するというものでした。
The The economic policies of the Abe administration is based on the premise that if corporate companies are profitable, eventually wages will rise and employment will stabilize.
ところが、安倍政権の下で実質賃金は低下をし、非正規雇用も280万人近く増えています。
However, what has happened is during the Abe administration, real wages have declined, and part-time workers have increased in number by close to 2.8 million people.
企業が儲かっても家計に反映しない経済の構造改革、すなわち賃金の引き上げと正規雇用の拡大によって不安を安心へと変える政策に舵を切ります。
What the SDP intends to do is to carry out an economic structural reform that will not, from what is now one that does not impact household income positively, even if companies are profitable. In other words, we would like to shift to a policy that is a shift from uncertainty to a sense of peace of mind due to increased wages and expansion of formal or full-time employment.
次に年金制度についてです。
Let's go to the pension system.
老後に2000万円必要とする金融庁の報告書によって、国民の年金制度への不安が助長されています。
Due to a report issued by the FSA, the Financial Services Agency, which stated that 20 million yen would be needed for life after retirement, there is much dissatisfaction or concerns among the public about the pension system.
公的年金は老後の生活を支える大きな柱です。
The public pension system is a major cornerstone that will support people's lives in retirement.
この時その貯金や投資など国民の自助努力の必要性を強調するだけであれば、政治の役割は不要になります。
If the need for self-effort by the public alone is emphasized, such as savings and investments, then there is no role for politics to play, and there will be no significance to the social security system, which is about helping each other.
あれ、次まで読んだから。
はい、おっしゃったと思った。
それではちょっと先に読まれたんですけど、みんなで支え合う社会保障の義務を創出しています。現行の年金制度は、マクロ経済スライドという手法によって、年金の給付水準が年々低下する仕組みです。
The current pension system is based on a macroeconomic slide system, which would gradually lower the level of the benefit, the pension benefit each year.
2043年には国民年金部分の給付水準が現在の3分の2程度まで下がります。
In 2043, the benefit level of the national pension portion will drop to two-thirds of what it is today.
これでは老後を安心して暮らすことなど不可能です。
This would make it impossible to live with a peace of mind after retirement.
国民年金へのマクロ経済スライドをやめ、将来的には無年金、低年金をなくすために、年金の1階部分を誰もが同じ額を受給できる最低保障年金制度へと変えていくことを提案しています。
What the SDP is proposing is to abandon the macroeconomic slide system to be applied to the public national pension system. And in the future, in order to avoid a situation where there is no pension or only a low pension benefits that's being paid, the suggestion is to make the first tier of the pension system to a flat rate system. In other words, a minimum guarantee pension system that everybody can benefit from.
次に、憲法と平和についてお話しします。
I would like to address the Constitution and peace.
先の大戦で、日本はアジアの多くの国を侵略をし、世界の人々を苦しめました。
During the Second World War, Japan carried out aggressive acts in many parts of Asia and caused many people to suffer around the world.
その反省の上に立ち、国権の発動たる戦争、武力による威嚇と武力行使を放棄することを憲法で宣言をしました。
Based on lessons learned, the Constitution, using the Constitution, Japan has declared to abandon use of force and show of force in wars that are initiated or that are based on the demonstration of national authority.
そして戦後は平和国家の道を歩み、アジアの国々の信頼を得てきました。
Since the end of the war, in the post-war era, Japan has led its way, led others as a peaceful state, and gained the confidence of Asian countries.
冒頭にも述べたように、4年前、安倍政権は自衛隊に集団的自衛権の行使を認める、その方向に舵を切りました。
As mentioned previously, 4 years ago, the Abe administration has shifted gears to essentially approve, to acknowledge the use of collective self-defense by the self-defense force.
このこと自体が憲法違反です。その自衛隊を憲法に盛り込むことはとても容認できません。
This itself is a violation of the Constitution. It is unconstitutional, and that kind of self-defense force cannot be reflected in the Constitution. We cannot approve that.
また総理は常々、憲法は国の理想を語るものと言いますが、この認識自体が誤りです。
The Prime Minister is known to state that the Constitution is a narrative of the country's ideals. This acknowledgement, awareness itself is a mistake in our minds.
憲法は最高法規として主権者である国民の権利、それを保障する国の責任などを規定するものです。
The Constitution is the supreme law of the country and must be defined to protect the rights of the public who are sovereign entities, as well as the responsibilities of the country the state that guarantee such rights.
もし憲法の条文が理想に過ぎないのであれば、国民生活の向上や社会福祉の領域で国の責任はなくなります。
If the clauses, articles in the Constitution are simply ideals, then the government or the state has no responsibilities, accountability over the improvement of people's lives and social welfare.
なぜならあくまでそれは理想に過ぎないからです。
Because we are simply talking about ideals.
関連して外交問題にも触れます。
In relation to that, I would like to address diplomacy as well.
北朝鮮に対す安倍総理は北朝鮮に対する最大限の圧力を主張していたはずなのに、米朝首脳会談が実現するや否や前提条件なしの首脳会談を主張し始めました。
Prime Minister Abe previously asserted maximum pressure against North Korea, but as soon as the U.S. North Korea summit meeting took place, the Prime Minister Abe started asserting a summit meeting without any preconditions.
軸足がどこにあるのか全く分からず、結果、日本は北朝鮮問題で蚊帳の外です。
It is not clear at all where Japan's pivot is, and therefore, as a result, Japan is out of the loop as far as the North Korean issue is concerned.
また G20 の議長国として自由公平無差別な貿易体制の必要性を首脳宣言で取りまとめながら、その一方で韓国への輸出規制、これを実施したことも私には理解できません。
As the chair of the G20, Japan was instrumental in putting together a leader's statement declaration about the importance of a trade system based on free and fair and non-discriminatory principles. But almost as a contradiction to that, Japan has carried out export controls against Korea, which is something that I have a hard time understanding.
日韓の関係、非常に危惧をしております。
I have grave concerns about relations between Japan and Korea.
米国との関係は非常に大切です。
The relationship with the U.S. is very important.
しかし、米国追随の二国間安保は冷戦体制を引きずる亡霊に過ぎないと思います。
But the bilateral security system, essentially following the United States, is a remnant of the Cold War system.
アジア諸国との関係にも目配りをし、対話と協調、信頼醸成を基礎とした多国間の安全保障へ転換すること、そこでリーダーシップを発揮することこそ平和憲法の理念だと考えます。
What is essential is to pay attention to relations with other Asian countries, to shift to a multilateral security system based on dialogue, cooperation, and confidence building, as well as demonstration of leadership. That is what we would call the principle behind a peace constitution.
暮らしと憲法を脅かしてきた安倍政権の政治を変える、その大きなステップにすることがこの選挙戦の課題であること、これはもう冒頭にも述べさせていただきました。
Changing politics of the Abe administration as we know it, that threatens livelihoods and the Constitution. The upcoming elections will be a major stepping stone to that effect, and that is what I mentioned at the beginning.
また今回の選挙、社民党にとっても非常に重要な、そして正念場の戦いです。
The upcoming elections will be important for the Social Democratic Party. It will be the moment of truth for the party as well.
この参議院選挙、2議席または比例選挙の得票率 2%、おそらく得票数でいうと約120万票だと思いますが、これを確保しなければ政党要件を喪失し、国政政党としてのは存在をできなくなってしまいます。
Unless the SDP gains 2 seats or 2% of the votes in the proportional elections, that translates to approximately 1.2 million votes. Unless we secure that, the party will lose its requirements, eligibility as a political party, and will end its role as a national political party.
その意味で社民党にとって崖っぷち、瀬戸際の選挙です。
In that sense, the upcoming election is a cliffhanger for the SDP, and it will be a fight for survival.
憲法が大切だと当たり前に訴え、平和と福祉が大切だと当たり前に言うことができる社民党はこの社会に必ず必要だと支持をお願いをしているところです。
We are running a campaign to appeal to the public about the importance of the Constitution, which is a given, and also the importance of peace and welfare, which is also a given. And all that is necessary for the society, in our belief, and we are asking for the public support.
石にかずりついても120万票獲得。これは今回の選挙で陣頭指揮を取っている私に課せられた役割です。精一杯頑張ります。
To fight to the end to gain 1.2 million votes, this is the assignment that I bear as a leader, as a spearheader of the current elections. I will fight hard for that.
ご清聴ありがとうございます。
Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. Do show your appreciation if you're so inclined. We will open it up to questions, first of all from the working press table and then from the general audience. I don't see any hands up, so I will bag the first question, if that's okay. As I said in my introduction, your party was once the biggest opposition in Japan. You're now, in your own words, fighting for survival as a national party. I can't think of any similar decline in politics in the advanced countries, not Labour in the UK, not Democrats in America. What explains that precipitous decline by your party, do you think, over the last generation?
はい。原因はいろいろあるんだろうというふうに思います。
I believe that there are several reasons.
かつては社会党時代、社会党は労働組合総評というナショナルセンターと連携をしながら 政治や社会運動を取り組んでまいりました。
When the party was the Japan Socialist Party, the party worked together with labor unions to form a national center engaging in political and other activities.
それが労働組合ナショナルセンターが大きく変化をした中で、そうした関係が以前と大きく変わってきたことも一つ大きな原因だと思います。
One of the major reason for the change was that the labor union national center itself changed, and that led to other changes as well.
You have had similar changes in the UK, though, haven't you? You have had some separation between unions and Labour. But again, the British Labour Party has managed to reinvent itself. I'm just wondering again, if I can bounce the question back, are there other reasons for the decline of the party? It suggests you're not gelling with voters.
難しい質問だというふうに思いますが、
I do believe that's a tough question to begin with.
一つはこれは労働組合っていう組織と組織の関係もありますが、同時に日本において労働組合の組織率も大きく低下をしてきました。
First of all, with respect to labor unions, one compared to the other, the organization ability of Japanese labor unions have changed dramatically as well. The ability to organize has changed.
その結果、我々はもちろんいろんな労働組合とも関係を持ちながら運動を進めておりますが、そうした労働組合に参加をする働く人たちの数も当然今は大きく減っております。
Although the party engages in political activism with various labor unions, the fact is that there's a large drop in the number of workers themselves participating in labor unions.
それと、あとやはり、戦後の大きな国際的な潮流、とりわけ冷戦崩壊というものもやはり何らかの影響を与えているというふうにも考えます。
And the overarching trend during the post-war era, that is the collapse of the Cold War, I think, does have some impact as well.
Thank you. Rather than me hug the table, I'll throw it open to the working press table if anybody has a question for the speaker. If not, we'll move to the general table. This lady here in front. Would you come up to the microphone and tell us who you are, please? Thank you.
NHK の島田と申します。本日のニュースについての受け止め、コメントをお願いしたいんですけれども、ハンセン病をめぐる訴訟をめぐってですね、熊本地裁が出した判決に対して安倍総理大臣が控訴しない方針を今朝示しました。このことへの受け止めと政府に対して求めることについてお願いいたします。
はい、
英語に訳さないと申し訳ありません。I'm Shimada from NHK. I would like your comments about the news coverage that took place this morning regarding the Kumamoto District Court's decision about the Hansen's disease. Prime Minister Abe has stated that the government will not appeal. Do you have any comments on that?
この問題については以前、日本記者クラブの会見の際にも私の方からも総理に対して質問させていただきました。その際にも控訴を断念するようにということで総理に、当時は総裁という立場だと思いますが、質問をいたしました。これ今日、私もまだ速報テロップでしか見ておりませんので、詳細についてはまだ十分分かってはおりませんが、控訴を断念をしたということについては評価をしたいというふうに考えますし、とりわけハンセン病に関しては人権侵害、そして人間の尊厳を犯す、その意味でいうと本当にあってはならないものだというふうに考えておりますし、この間の立法府、行政府の不作為、これについても我々国会議員としても深く反省をしなければいけない。その意味で言いますと、今回家族も含めた保障ということでありますので、その精神に立って、ハンセン病の皆様が受けてきたこれまでの苦しみをしっかり癒せるように政府に引き続き求めていきたいというふうに 考えておりますし、今回のハンセン病についてですけれども、村山政権の時代にまさに、あんまり喋ったらダメですね。
そこら辺であたりでお願いして。Regarding this issue, I previously had an opportunity to ask questions to the Prime Minister during an event at the Japan Kisha Club. He was not the Prime Minister then, more as the chair of the party, in his position as the chair of the party. And the question or the appeal was to not to go to the second court or higher court. And I've only seen the quick news release. I do not have all the details, but I do think the fact that the government has decided not to appeal is a commended effort. And the Hansen's disease issue is one that violates human rights and human dignity. And the fact that there was no action taken essentially by both the legislative and administrative branches is something that parliamentarians should learn from as well, should regret as well. And the fact that compensation will be extended to the families as well, hopefully would lessen some of the pain that they have suffered over the years. And we will continue to ask the government to do more to that end.
Okay, let's go. Any more questions from the working press first, from this table?
報道陣の方が優先です。
Then we go to this lady over here. Yes?
SMG 上海東宝テレビの宋と申します。立憲フォーラムのことについてお伺いしたいんです。今現在立憲フォーラムのメンバー何名様でしょうか。そして最近ですが、どういう活動をされているでしょうか。お願いします。
I'm So from the Shanghai Toho TV. I would like to ask questions about the Nikkei Forum. Rikken Forum. Who are the members and what kind of activities does the forum engage in?
ですね、
Rikken Forum.
ちょっと具体的な数字何人かっていうのはちょっと今正確な数字がわからない。
Off the top of my head, I don't have the accurate figures with me.
ですが、私もメンバーの一人です。
I am one of the members.
で立憲フォーラムは主に安倍総理の下で進められる憲法違反の数々の法律に対してやはり立憲主義を守るということで結成された国会議員で、主に我が党は4人おりますが、4人とも全員メンバーです。であと立憲民主党もほぼ全員がメンバーだというふうに思いますが、ちょっと正確な数字については今手元にありませんので。
The Rikken Forum was established by members who are intent on debating the unconstitutionality of the bills and laws brought by the Abe administration under the leadership of Prime Minister Abe, to deliberate on such unconstitutional bills and laws. And there are 4 members, of which I am one, and I believe the Constitutional Democratic Party, for the most part, their members are also members of the forum, but I'm not entirely sure.
活動の内容については今まさにお話しした通り、安倍政権が進める憲法を無視するような活動に、いわゆる政策あるいは法律について反対をしていくということで、いわゆる市民運動の皆さんとも連携をしながら活動を行っています。市民運動ですね。はい。
The activities of the forum is, as I mentioned, essentially about opposing or working against policies and laws which we see as unconstitutional, and we also work together with civil society organizations as well.
Thank you. This gentleman here, Kurt, yeah. Albert, do you have your hand up?
My name is Kurt Sieber. I'm an associate member. The strength of the Jiminto and of the Abe administration is greatly helped by the split up of the different opposition parties. My question is, what is preventing your party to merge with one of the bigger opposition parties? What are the main differences? For instance, we were just talking about Riken. So what about the differences in policy between your party and the Riken Minshuto? Thank you.
自民党安倍政権の強みというのは野党の分断によって大いに助けられている面もあるかと思いますけれども、御党がより規模の大きいその野党と合唱連行する融合することの妨げになっているものは要因は何でしょうか。またどういう違いが例えば他の野党、今立憲民主党についておっしゃいましたがと相にありますでしょうか。
はい、
政策上。
まず、立憲民主党も含めて他の野党との違いということですが、それぞれ各政党とは違うところが当然、あります。で、立憲と今立憲という名前が出たので、特に立憲との違いについて少し説明したいと思います。
Various parties have key differences, and the question was, what are the differences between our party and Rikken Minshuto as well as other opposition parties? So I'd like to focus on Rikken Minshuto for now, since the name was raised.
一つはやはり憲法についてです。
One is regarding around the Constitution, perceptions around the Constitution.
我々社民党は今の憲法を変える必要はないという立場です。
The SDP is of the position that the current constitution requires no amendments whatsoever.
立憲民主党も政党として一本化されているのかどうか分かりませんが、しばしば改憲についても、立憲的改憲という言い方をされていますけれども、の必要性について言及される方もいらっしゃいます。
It is not clear if Rikken Minshuto has a single policy regarding this matter, but regarding the change amendments to the Constitution, there are some members of that party who talk about amendments to the Constitution.
それともう一つ、大きなといいますか、やはり違いが感じられるのはアメリカとの関係についてです。
And another major, shall I say, at least a difference that I see is over U.S.-Japan relations.
先ほど最初のスピーチでもお話をした通り、もちろん日米の友好関係はとても大切ではあります。
As I mentioned in my opening statement, the friendly ties between U.S.-Japan are important, very important in my mind as well.
ただ同時に、我が党はアジアの一員としてアジア諸国との関係をもっと大切にしていくべきだと考えております。
At the same time, the SDP believes Japan as a member state of the Asian region should strengthen its ties with other Asian countries.
その点がやや立憲民主党とはアジアを重視してないとは思いませんけれども、我々はより日米の関係を対等なものにし、そしてアジアの一員としてアジアの隣人と共に生きていく、そちらにもしっかり軸足を持っていくというところが違いがあるのかなというふうに思います。
That may be one of the differences with the Rikken Minshuto, although I do not necessarily think that they underestimate the importance of Asian countries. But the fact is, we believe in a more equal relations with the U.S. and closer ties with the rest of Asia, and that's where our pivot is.
Just let me ask a question about a current news story, if you don't mind. You mentioned the fresh restrictions on exports to South Korea, and also the Murayama statement
それから村山対話談話についても話し
So your party has as you know, conservatives despise the Murayama statement and they want it withdrawn.
村山その談話を撤回したいという動きも
How do you think Japan's problems with South Korea can be mended?
日韓関係の改善の道というのはどういうところにあるとお考えでしょうか。
これも先ほどの最初のスピーチで少し触れさせていただきましたが、やはり日韓関係というものはとても大切な関係だと考えます。
As mentioned in the opening address, we do believe that Japan-Korea relations are very important.
まさに、引っ越しのできない隣人でありますし、
We are neighbors and no one is moving.
また過去の歴史の問題も含めて、日本と韓国の関係というものはとても大切だと考えます。
And including the historical issues that took place, the relationship between Japan and Korea is very important.
で今回の貿易の措置に関してですが、政府の説明を聞いてもこれよくわからないし、正直でよくわからないところがあります。
Regarding the recent decisions over trade, to be honest, the government's explanation is somewhat hard to understand.
聞きようによっては、いわゆる徴用工の問題の報復対抗措置であるようにも聞こえます。
It is open to interpretation, meaning one interpretation is that the measure was implemented as a retort or retaliation against the issue of forced laborers.
もし仮にそうであるとすれば、これはやはりおかしな話だというふうに思わざるを得ません。
If それがそうだとすれば、
対抗措置、報復措置であれば。
おかしな話。If that is the case, if it is a retaliatory measure, then something is missing from the picture.
一方でいわゆる安全保障上の管理の問題だともいう説明もされています。
On the other hand, explanation is provided that it is a part of a national security measure.
でいずれにしてももしそうであるとすれば、それをきちんと説明をまず政府はしていただかないと、いわゆる報復措置、政治的なあるいは外交上の対立について貿易の制限等々を行う報復措置だとすれば、それはやはり WTO に違反にもなるというふうに考えますし、また最近トランプ大統領がいろいろ米中あるいは日米の関係においても貿易を使ってさまざまなことをおっしゃってますが、やはりこれは自由貿易体制を大きく崩す問題の行動ですし、それと同じことだとするとやはり私は問題だというふうに考えます。
If that is the case, the government should be held accountable to provide more explanation. If retaliatory measures are being used against political and diplomatic issues, then in other words, if trade restrictions are being implemented as a retaliatory measure against political and diplomatic issues, that would be a violation of WTO rules. And President Trump recently has made many statements about trade relations between U.S.-China as well as U.S.-Japan, all that risks destroying the free trade system. And I think what's done here in Japan is similar to that, and it is a major problem in my mind.
いずれにしてもしっかり両国間で協議をしていく、対話をしていくことは必要です。その点からいうと G20 において日韓での首脳会談が行われなかったことは非常に残念だというふうに考えます。
In any case, both countries must engage in consultations and dialogue to resolve the situation. And the fact that there was no Japan-Korea summit meeting during the G20 is very unfortunate.
間違っても政治家あるいは政府がいわゆるナショナリスティックな考え方、両国間の国民感情を対立させるような行為は厳に慎むべきだというふうに考えます。
Either way, in the political area, arena, as well as the government itself, should refrain from any actions that would aggravate public sentiments against each other in both countries, as well as nationalism in both countries.
これは日本のみならず韓国も同様だと思います。
And the same can be said not for Korea as well. It is not just a matter of Japan.
The question was, how would you improve relations with South Korea? I mean, would you, for example, accept the South Korean case that Japan has not apologized sufficiently or genuinely enough for relations to move on, or would you pay more compensation?
日韓関係の改善の術についてはどういうことが言えるかお考えでしょうか。韓国側は謝罪を十分に日本がすればと言っていますが、それについてはどうお考えでしょうか。
これについても先ほど少し質問にもう一つあった質問に答えられてなかったので合わせてお答えしますが、
And since I failed to respond to the other question, I will do so collectively.
いわゆる戦後50年の村山談話について、やはりこれを基調としてアジアの外交を進めていくべきだというふうに考えます。
In my belief, the Murayama statement addressing the 50 years since the end of the Second World War should be the cornerstone of Japan's diplomacy in the Asian region.
そして、韓国、朝鮮半島というものは1910年に日韓併合ということで、をしたと。そして、朝鮮半島に住む、韓国、北朝鮮の方もそうですけれども、を傷つけたこと、これは、紛れもない事実です。
Japan annexed Korea in the Korean Peninsula in 1910, and it is a fact that Japan has caused much pain in the Korean Peninsula, North Korea, people in North Korea included.
このことについて我々は真摯に反省をし、そしてまたいわゆる村山談話というものの中で反省、謝罪もしているということで、その立場を変えることは絶対あってはならないと考えます。
Japan must genuinely have a sense of remorse regarding that matter, and the Murayama statement includes that remorse and apology as well, and that should not be changed.
そのいわゆる村山談話を基調として、その土台の上に、日韓関係をしっかりと構築をしていくことが何より大切だというふうに考えます。
More than anything else, it is important to build Japan-Korea relations on the basis of the groundwork of the Murayama statement.
その際、我々はやはりドイツの経験にもしっかり学んでいくべきだというふうに考えます。
At the same time, I believe strongly that we should learn concretely from the German experience.
Thank you. Albert, you were going to ask a question?
Kind of answered it, but I'll ask a different one.
他のと思ったご質問に一部答えていただいたので別な質問。
Hi, I'm Albert Siegel, freelance.
フランスのジャーナリストです。
So basically, going back to much earlier when the comment made about the survival of your party, it seems that much of your policy in general is quite popular among the general public, as most opposition parties seem to have popular opinions against the ruling party. The problem is that even though it's quite popular to dislike the ruling party, people still vote for the ruling party. So what is it that your reason that you think that people simply aren't voting? I mean, you're not getting this big reaction like you had with the DPJ about a decade ago. People are still voting for what they don't like. Why is that? Why isn't your message or anyone else's message getting across?
先ほど崖っぷちの選挙に御党にとってなるとおっしゃった存続をかけてというお話に戻りたいと思いますけれども、その世論調査を見ますと、御党の例えば他の野党も含めて政策としてはその世論から支持を得ているという印象を持っておりまして、一方与党の政策は嫌われる傾向もかなりあると思うんですが、それにもかかわらずどうして御党はそれが十分票につながっていないのか、10年ほど前の勢いに戻らないのかで、なぜ人は回避したいと思いながらやはり与党に入れてしまうのか、その辺を 見解をお願いいたします。
大変難しい質問だと思います。
That is a very tough question.
まずこれだけ、国民の暮らし、不安が高まる経済政策を続けてきた、安倍政権がなぜ、ここまで続くのかということですけれども、一つはやはり、それに代わりうる野党の存在がなかなか見えてこないというのが一つあると思います。
So the first question is why there is continuity of the ruling party, the Abe administration, despite its economic policies which aggravate anxieties or concerns among the public. One reason in my mind is because there is no alternative opposition policies that are visible.
とりわけ、一昨年、野党第一党が分裂をして、その後まだなかなかその混乱が続いているのが今の現状ではないかというふうに考えます。
2 years ago, the major opposition party split, and that chaos still continues today. And that is another reason.
でもう一つはやはり、安倍政権というものは、これは森友加計学園問題も見ても分かるように、非常に一部の人にとってみればありがたい政権なんだろうというふうに思います。
On the other hand, looking at the Abe administration, recalling the issues, the incidents surrounding Moritomo and Kakei schools, I think for some people, it is a party to be appreciated.
いわゆるその政権との人的なつながりが、それがそのままその企業にとっての利益につながる。本来、いわゆる民主国家では考えにくいような、そういうものがこの政権には深く浸透しているように私自身は感じます。
In other words, personal ties translate into higher corporate profits. This is a mechanism that was previously not conceivable in a democratic system, but deeply embedded in the current administration, in my mind.
その中にあって我が党はもうおっしゃった通り崖っぷちの戦いだというふうに考えます。
And as you said, it's a cliffhanger. It will be a cliffhanger election for our party.
その中で、政党要件をとにかくこの選挙では維持をできるようにしなければいけませんし、そのことを国民の中に広く訴えていかなければいけないと考えています。
And we have to do everything to ensure that we maintain the party eligibility as a result of the elections, and that's something we must appeal to the public as well.
Thank you. We have time for one more question, if anybody has a burning one that they want to ask the speaker. Otherwise, I will take the question. Anybody at the working press table? My question is this. The argument about Article 9 is that it doesn't reflect current realities. Japan has a very powerful military. Whatever gauge you use, 7th or 8th most powerful in the world. It's increasingly proactive. Japan has built 4 quasi-aircraft carriers. And it's also facing a resurgent China. How do you answer those arguments that people will make in the election that Article 9 does not reflect reality?
9条が現実を反映していないという意見に対してどのように反応されますか、選挙戦で。
はい、まず、我が党は自衛隊そのものについては合憲であるという立場です。
The SDP's position regarding the self-defense force is that the presence of the self-defense force itself is constitutional.
しかしそれは9条いわゆる2項の中で公選権の放棄、それから戦力の不保持を一方で宣言をしております。公選権と、
もう一回言っていただけますか。
9条の中で公選権と戦力の不保持。
不保持ですね。But based on the premise of Article 9(2), which is abandoning the right to go to a war, as well as not possessing that right.
非常に矛盾をしているというふうに言われるかも分かりませんが、私は世界の流れというものは、かつて戦争は合法であったものが、いわゆる非合法に1928年、29年にされました。
Some may see that as a some may see this as a contradiction, but wars were legal previously, but became illegal somewhere around 1928 or so.
パリ不戦条約。
Because of the Paris Treaty.
その後も国際連盟、そして戦後国際連合、そうしたものが作られ、そういう意味で言いますと、いわゆる国際関係、外交上の問題を戦争をもって処理をすることは違法にすでになっております。
Since then, the League of Nations was established first, then the United Nations was established, and the rule in the international community, society became that war as a means of settling international disputes and as a diplomatic effort would be illegal.
世界の歴史の流れというのは、その方向に着実に私は進んでいると確信をしています。
I'm confident that the world is moving towards that historical decision.
それを先取りしたのが憲法9条であると。
And Article 9 spearheaded that effort ahead of others.
そして今、自衛隊が存在をしておりますが、我々は常にこの自衛隊について、憲法9条1項、2項との関係において、例えば自衛隊が海外に、先ほど集団的自衛権の話もしましたが、海外に出ていく、あるいはいろいろな兵器を購入をする、その時にこれが憲法の9条1項、2項の考え方に適合しているかどうか、それを常にチェックを今の憲法下ではすることができます。
Regarding the self-defense force under Article 9.1 and 9.2, since I addressed the right to collective self-defense, when the self-defense force is dispatched to other countries, the actions of the self-defense force, including weapons possession, use of weapons, can be checked against the constitutional clauses.
その意味でいうと、9条は非常に進歩的な先取りするような条文だというふうに考えます。
In that sense, in that context, I believe that Article 9 is a progressive clause and preemptive as well.
そして世界はまさにリアリスト、ネオリアリストが言うような世界ではなく、9条を、これはそこまでまだ言ってないとしたとしても、そちらの方向に確実に進んでいると考えます。
And the world is not one that is often described by real neo-realists and the realpolitik believers. I believe that the world is moving towards that direction exemplified by Article 9.
その時に9条を変えるということは大きな後退だと考えます。
And amending Article 9 would be a big step backward.
Thank you very much, Yoshikawa Sensei, for enduring our grilling here today and for coming and explaining the policies of your party. As you said, it's a cliffhanger for your party, whether or not you will survive the election. We wish you all the best. And if you survive, do come back and tell us all about it.
サバイバルされましたら、またぜひこちらにお戻りいただきましてご会見お願いします。
Our custom is to offer you a year's membership to the party. Thank you very much, or to the club, I should say. Thank you very much. Do show your appreciation. Thank you very much.
何としても社民党としてもう一度この場に帰ってこれるように頑張ります。
Thank you very much, and SDP will fight hard.
ありがとうございます。
Having a hard time.